What's going on, everybody? I just got back from the Talladega National Forest where I was able to do some exploring. Had a really good time up there. It was a rather wet couple of days, but the temperatures were great. It turned out to be a really good time. So the objective of this trip was, well, I guess the objective of this trip was to not have an objective. Every time I've been up to the area in the past, I've always had something planned, whether it be like a backpacking route that I wanted to do, or go up and do some mountain bike riding at Coldwater Mountain, which is there kind of between Oxford and Anniston. Really good mountain biking trails, by the way. And then, of course, finding a good local watering hole had always been a big priority. Let me tell you, back in the day, I could have gone pro on the beer drinking circuit, no doubt about that. That's just not my deal at all anymore. So this time, the objective again was to just enjoy myself, go up, explore, have a good time, see the sights that I hadn't seen before. And one thing that I did that I don't normally do, or I had always been wanting to do, I should say, is I stopped and did two things that I had always been wanting to do. The first one was stopping at Cheaha Sausage. That place is awesome. I love Cheaha Sausage. It is the best smoked sausage on the planet, in my opinion. Their cracked black pepper flavor is my absolute favorite. Their bacon's amazing. Everything in there is great. In the southeast, if you've had Cheaha, you know it is delicious, the best. So that was cool. I stopped there, got lunch. That was enjoyable. Glad I did that. The other thing I did was I stopped at a cemetery, an old cemetery that I had driven past many times. Always thought to myself as I went by, I should really stop sometime. That'd be cool to check out. It looks old, and it turns out it was an old cemetery. It was very cool. I'm really glad that I stopped and checked it out. So check it out. Just stopped off the side of the road here because I've passed this cemetery a bunch of times, and I've always wanted to stop and check it out. It's right along the route on the way up here to Cheaha State Park. It's really cool. I'm gonna walk through here, let you see some of the grave markers, but this is a much bigger cemetery than I thought it was. There are a lot of really old headstones and stuff in here, so I'll walk through here and check it out. It seems to be really cool. Good morning, everybody. I am at the Lower Primitive Campground at Cheaha State Park. It's a cool little campground. The CCC built this whole, I guess this was their actual camp when they were up here building a bunch of, doing a bunch of stonework and stuff like that in this national forest and state park area, or what has become a state park. But anyways, I am camping here. I'm at this Lower Primitive campsite, as I said. And I'm with my dad, and luckily we have the entire camping area, this whole Lower Primitive camping area, to ourselves. Of course, we have a designated site, but there is nobody else staying at any of the other sites. So my plan for the next day, possibly 2 days, depending on how weather goes, is to explore the Talladega National Forest. I've been to this area countless times, and I have never explored beyond just this state park area and down into Oxford, which is a little town down the mountain from the state park. But I was looking at the maps of this area, and there seems to be plenty of Forest Service roads to be explored and to be checked out. So that's the plan. Good morning, folks. I obviously survived night number 2. It did get quite cold last night. Right now it's actually probably mid 30s, high 30s. Got pretty cold, which made for some really good sleeping weather. Just broke down camp. Gonna make my way back home today. Was able to do a lot of fun off-roading yesterday. A lot of good exploring. Only had time to really check out a pretty small portion of the national forest here. I am going to come back. Yesterday afternoon I got the opportunity to drive just one main drag through the forest a little north of here, up there closer to the Heflin area. So I'm definitely going to come back and spend some time exploring those trails because they all look really cool. A lot of the roads that we were on yesterday, had it been a clear day, would have had some really pretty views, especially in December when most of the leaves that are going to fall off trees are off of the trees. So pretty good views everywhere when you have a clear day, which we do today. It's really nice today, other than being cold and a little bit windy. But unfortunately, I got to make my way back down to Florida. But I am going to come back, like I said, and explore that farther north area of the Talladega National Forest. There's a lot to be explored up there, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I've got camp broke down. Getting ready to make my way out of here. Probably going to stop back off at Conecuh Sausage and grab a little lunch on my way home. Enjoy this nice clear day.